From the Detroit Free Press, I'm Robin Chan with today's voice briefing. It's Tuesday, May 14th, 2024.
This is Kylie Martin for the Detroit Free Press. This summer, numerous construction projects will be taking over major Metro Detroit roadways with maintenance, repairs, improvements, and new additions. While the Michigan Department of Transportation and the Detroit-Windsor Bridge Authority provided a long list of 18 construction projects, some may prove to be more traffic-inducing than others. First, a stretch of I-75 and the Fisher Service Drive will undergo changing lane and ramp closures as work is done to connect I-75 to the Gordie Howe International Bridge, which is expected to be completed in 2025. Second, 5 miles worth of Southfield Freeway from Pinecraft Drive to Ford Road will be under repair through the summer, with single-lane closures during the day and double-lane closures at night. Work will start on the right lanes before shifting to the left lanes later in the summer. Third, pavement and bridge work will continue on the southbound lanes of M53 between 18 Mile Road and Hall Road before switching to the northbound lanes later in the fall. Until then, the eastbound and westbound M59 ramps to M53 will also be closed along with other local closures of Utica Road, 19 Mile Road, and Canal Road. Fourth, the I-75 business loop is under construction between Woodward Avenue and I-75 in Bloomfield Township. Starting in June, the westbound side of the loop will be closed the whole way from I-75 to Woodward Avenue. Construction is expected to switch to the eastbound side in early August and continue through the fall. Fifth and last, the Michigan Department of Transportation is finishing the installation of a flex lane on I-96 between Kent Lake Road and the I-275, I-696, and M5 interchange in Novi. The construction has shifted traffic to share 2 lanes in each direction on the eastbound side, and additionally closed 8 ramps along that stretch of highway. Read the full list of road construction projects to expect this summer on freep.com.
I'm Frank Witzel with the Detroit Free Press. Just a week after the much-anticipated Top Thrill 2 roller coaster opened to the public, Cedar Point announced an extended closure so mechanical modifications could be made to the record-breaking thrill ride. We share your disappointment that we are not able to operate this weekend, Cedar Point said Sunday. We will do everything possible to reopen Top Thrill 2 as soon as we are confident we can deliver the ride experience that our guests deserve. The ride has been billed as the world's tallest and fastest triple-launch Stratocoaster. The Ohio Amusement Park did not say how long it would take to reopen the ride or what was wrong with it. And ride enthusiasts have taken to social media to post photos, speculate what happened, and offer their opinions on the ride, the manufacturer, and what should happen next. Some worried Top Thrill 2 would become like a roller coaster at Kennywood and West Milford, Pennsylvania, just south of Pittsburgh, which last month became the focus of a legal battle in which season pass holders are alleging the park knew the ride wouldn't be ready but sold them passes anyway. Cedar Point, however, said that once the modification is finished, the park and a third-party ride inspector would conduct a thorough review before approving both the modification and the ride's reopening.
I'm Andrew Burkle with the Free Press Sports Department. Do you hear that? I think I can already hear Lions fans starting to chant, Jared Goff, Jared Goff, because the Detroit Lions have extended their starting quarterback. After the best season in modern Lions history, Goff's contract was the story of the offseason. Would it happen? And the answer there always seemed to be yes. And if and when it did, how much would it be? On Monday, after watching his high-profile teammates Penei Sewell and Amon-Ra St. Brown agree to big contracts, Goff became the latest to commit his long-term future to the Lions, signing a massive 4-year, $212 million extension with $170 million guaranteed, according to early reports. Over the last few months, the deal seemed to be a foregone conclusion. Both sides get some stability, Goff gets a whole lot of cash, and Brad Holmes can worry about every other position besides quarterback. But even just a little over a year ago, before the draft, when the Lions had the 6th pick, a huge portion of the fan base was begging the team to draft a quarterback. After all, Goff was literally a throw-in for the Matthew Stafford deal. The price of doing business. You get 2 first-round picks, you have to take on Goff's contract. In hindsight, it seems like a stroke of genius for the Lions, but it certainly didn't come without some risks, which you could also say the same thing about the deal that Goff just signed. Now, at this point, there's really no reason to doubt Goff after he led the Lions to the NFC Championship game last year and conducted one of the best offenses in the league. But for Goff, there will always be some detractors. With the new deal, Goff will be the 2nd highest paid quarterback by average annual value, behind only Cincinnati's Joe Burrow. So yes, the Lions and Goff are certainly tied at the hip going forward. With the big deal, the Lions have now committed over $444 million this offseason to just 3 players. The good news for the Lions, they are pretty darn good players. For more coverage on the Goff extension, including the initial reactions and more, head on over to freep.com/sports.
Find more from the Detroit Free Press on freep.com. That's FREEP.com. Thanks for listening, and you'll hear more from us tomorrow.